This episode contains mature language and adult situations.
Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, my friend. And how is it that you stumbled into my caverns of the abyss? I am ancient. I am forever. And I have been chained down here for millennia. I am the Shadow Dweller, here to keep you company until the abyss swallows you whole. I've been here for eons and collected stories. I will tell you a tale to pass the time. Short stories of horror, tiny tales of the creepy. I will show you, by the end you'll be screaming with madness. Morbid Morsals is a new chapter of terror. A short tale of madness to, let's just say, carry your tremendous suffering over to the longer, fuller episodes. Your torment and endless suffering has helped me go stronger. To reunite my brothers once again, to open the portal from here, the nether realm, to your world, to unleash darkness and chaos upon all mankind. We have grown stronger by passing these tales of madness on to you. Not only will we feast on your souls, but we will unleash hell on earth. We'll be seeking new, unfortunate souls to torment. New chapters of fear, tales of the unbelievable, and more skin-peeling episodes. Remember, your dark thoughts lead you to me. I won't have to find you. It will be you that seeks me out. This morbid morsel is called Death Row.
The cold steel bars of Death Row did little to contain the evil that was John Mercer. A convicted serial killer, John had spent years relishing the pain he had inflicted on others. Now, as his execution loomed, the once cocky murderer felt the weight of his own mortality pressing down. On the eve of his execution, he received an unexpected visitor, Sarah Whitmore, the widow of one of his victims. Her husband and 2 children had been slaughtered by John's hands, and now she stood before him, her eyes burning with rage.
I want to see the monster before they put you down like the rabid dog you are.
She spat. John smirked, leaning forward.
You think this is justice? You think by watching me fry will bring them back? You're just as helpless now as you were when I gutted them like pigs. If I could go back to that night, I'd have tied you up and made you watch as I tortured and mutilated your family.
John could see the pain and anger in Sarah's eyes, and it only fueled his twisted pleasure. He taunted her, relishing in her torment as she cried and screamed at him. He looked down at his pants, and he was sporting an erection. But little did he know that this encounter would take a turn for the crazy. Sarah trembled with fury, but before she could respond, a sudden dizziness overtook them both. The world spun into darkness as their bodies hit the floor. When Sarah came to, the cold concrete of a prison cell pressed against her hands. But something was wrong. Her hands were large, rough, and unfamiliar. She staggered to the tiny, cracked mirror on the wall and gasped in horror. John's face stared back at her. She felt her face and recoiled. It wasn't her face at all, but a man's face. She was now in his body, and he was in hers. She tried to scream, but no sound came out of her mouth. Panic and confusion consumed her as she struggled to understand what was happening. She saw John standing there wearing his orange prison clothes with his hands on his face. Meanwhile, in the prison's visitor corridor, John blinked in confusion. The feeling of weightless fear he had moments ago was gone, replaced with something else. He lifted his hands, slender, delicate fingers. A single glance at the reflection in the polished steel door confirmed it. He was inside Sarah's body.
What the fuck?
A wicked grin spread across his new lips. John, now in Sarah's body, couldn't believe his luck. He had never imagined that he would get a chance to escape the death penalty. He laughed maniacally as he looked and took a cigarette out of the purse. He knew that no one would believe her story. The guards barely noticed as John, now in Sarah's body, walked out of the prison, her visitor's pass granting him easy exit. He stepped into the world beyond the prison gates, inhaling deeply. Fresh air, freedom, a new face, a new life. John reached into Sarah's purse, found her key fob, and pressed the button. A blue Fiat's lights flashed a few cars over. Inside the prison, Sarah screamed for help, trying to explain what had happened. But the guards saw only John Mercer, ranting and raving about body swapping and stolen identities.
Nice try, Mercer. A lot of guys crack before going to the chair.
One of the guards hit John, who was now Sarah, in the stomach, knocking the wind out of her. Sarah fought, pleaded, begged, but it was useless. They shackled her wrists, leading her toward the execution chamber. As they strapped her into the electric chair, she screamed.
You gotta believe me, my name is Sarah Whitmore. John Mercer murdered my family. I don't know how it happened, but somehow we switched bodies. God damn it, you got the wrong person. Now he's out there walking around free in my body. He's going to kill again. You'll have a bloodbath on you hands.
A man dipped a sponge in some water and soaked her bald head with it. A priest said the Lord's Prayer and made the sign of the cross. All of the victims' families watched the pre-prep from the first 2 rows.
They always say they're innocent in the end.
The warden shook his head. The switch was thrown. The current surged through Sarah's stolen body, convulsing under the brutal force of the electric charge. Her screams echoed through the chamber until they were suddenly silenced. Smoke curled her head. The smell of her burnt scalp quickly filled the room. The world believed John Mercer was dead, but his work was far from over. He drove into the city, his new body carrying him toward an unsuspecting world, one that had no idea that death itself had just been reborn.
What did you think about that terrifying tale?
What the hell do you want from me?
To enjoy your endless suffering and pain until there is nothing left of you and you are swallowed by the abyss.
No, stay back! abyss takes you, I patiently await the next mortal that finds their way here to me. Your dark thoughts always lead you to me. So, my friends, until next time, I look forward to tasting your fear.
Into the Abyss has been a Darkshogun production in association with Twisted Souls Media. Hi, I'm Troy Bursch, creator and producer of the short horror story audio podcast Into the Abyss. If you like what you're hearing so far, please consider leaving me a 5-star rating and review wherever you can. This helps get my show out there to listeners just like you. Also, like, subscribe, download, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll get a heads up every time a new episode drops. Thanks to everyone who listened so far, and I'll have my information in the show notes. I have the Q&A feature on Spotify as well. Drop me a comment or ask a question and I'll definitely respond. Thanks again for listening and downloading. Keep sharing the show, either through social media or with your friends or family. If you'd like to support the show, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/theshadowdweller73. This is a one-time donation and will be greatly appreciated. Any donations that I receive will go directly to the show, better equipment, and to put out the best product out there for you guys to enjoy. So that's buymeacoffee.com/theshadowdweller73. And anything helps. Thanks, guys. Follow me on Facebook or Instagram. Facebook is into_the_abyss_podcast. Instagram is into_the_abyss_podcast. Be sure to check out DJ Trillim tracks. These are most of the songs that I make up to put in the show's outros. These are sick, dope beats to keep your heads ringing.
Cast Away by DJ Trillim.